Yeah, it's a little low. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Nicholas Molina, reporting in from Wings Academy, and I'm here with...
Owen.
I'm here with... She doesn't know her name. I'm here with...
Ari.
I'm here with...
Elias.
All right, Fresh Braids, I'm jacking it. All right, so today's topics will be the weekend past with the Oscars that were hosted. We're going to talk about the canceled senior trip when more attend. We got more guests coming in through the door in a moment. And what else? We're going to talk about the travels we want to take across the world, you know? So let's start it off. How do you feel about the Oscars that passed this weekend?
The Oscars?
Mm-hmm. Did you see? Are you caught up on that or nah? Nah? Okay.
You're actually the wrong person.
Am I?
Yeah.
You're the co-host, though.
You should have, improvised this better.
All right, so we're not going to talk about that. Thank God.
Maybe ask them. I don't know.
Who else? All right, bet. Have you seen the Oscars this weekend?
Nah.
Nah? Have you? Yeah? How do you feel about it?
It was good. I seen a lot of celebrities that I personally knew. It was good. I liked it. It was good.
Does anyone have any feelings about Cynthia Erivo not getting an Oscars?
Who's that?
You're about to introduce them. Hold on, though. Hold on. You don't know who that is?
Nah.
Did y'all watch-
enlighten us.
Did anyone watch the musical Wicked that came out in theaters?
Oh, the girl that
Yes.
played Alpha Elba, right?
Yes.
All right, what about her?
She did not get an Oscars, and that was one of the best-selling movies they've had in years in the movie theaters. That's crazy that she didn't get one.
Nah, that's crazy. How does that make everybody feel? I'm sorry?
It felt off
It felt off?
Yeah.
Why did it feel off?
because, how are you gonna not give her an Oscar? That's literally the sold-out movie of the year.
That is
Everyone
true.
knows that.
That is true. That is very true. How does that make you feel, gang?
I don't really know her, but from what I gather, I feel like that's messed up.
It's a little unfair, right?
Yeah.
Right? Being the most outsold movie of the year, you deserve an Oscar for
And
that, right?
Yeah, and not getting it. I feel like
I would be mad. I would be upset. You know
All your
what I'm
credit
saying?
went down.
How does that make you feel? Pass the mic, please.
So me personally, I never watched Wicked, but
No, I'm playing. Go ahead. Go ahead.
my name is Adelina. Me
Welcome
personally,
back.
I've never seen the movie Wicked, but seeing clips on it on TikTok and how she sings and stuff, I feel like she definitely deserves an Oscar, especially for how hard she worked. Mm-hmm. Pretty much it.
All right, that's it. All right. Sean Garcia, how does that make you feel? Newcomer to the podcast. Nice to meet you. Can you introduce yourself?
Sean.
What else?
I'm new here.
Okay.
No duh.
But I don't know. I feel like it depends. I've never seen the movie. It just depends how she played, if she deserved it or not.
She was bold.
It just depends.
She was bold.
If I see the movie and if she's outstanding with the way she acts and outstanding with the way she portrays the character, then yeah, she should get one.
You're very well spoken. Is there anything that we can all gather from you and how you feel about the movie or not?
I've never seen it.
Nah? Okay. All right. Copy. All right. Next topic. We're going to talk about the canceled senior trip announcement, or the senior trip that was canceled. We're going to have her start off because she was letting it rip. You know what I'm saying?
have a lot to
She
say.
was wilding. All right. Get ready.
So
y'all.
first of all, they want us to spend $200 for pictures, cap and gown, yearbooks, all of this, but they're too broke to get us a senior trip. JD talking about, we don't deserve a senior trip because the other kids aren't bad. But I feel like take out those kids and let us have a senior trip. At least do the minimalist. At least take us somewhere that we would all enjoy. It doesn't, for me personally, probably the other kids feel about this. Money does not matter to us. As long as we have fun and we enjoy it, that's all that matters. It doesn't have to be based on the financial situations. So,
do you think that if the students were to contribute some kind of, money to the trip, do you think that maybe we could have a, better senior trip experience?
I mean, it depends because at the end of the day, everyone's financial situation is different.
Right.
Not a lot of people can spend the amount of money that we're asked to give in. So I feel like it's based on I feel like it should be based on the amount that each person should give, not the amount that school tells us to give.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, like, you know,
Everyone has their
everyone's
own-
living paycheck to paycheck. Like the economy is worse. I feel like, you know, it should be based on what the school tells you to give. It should be
Right.
based on what you can give.
Right.
At the end of the day.
Right. Okay. I respect that. I respect that. How do you feel? Well, you're not a senior, but you can still give your opinion. Or well, we can go this way. Yeah. Know what I'm saying? Pass the mic or whatever. Just pass it to her. Yep. Like you are a senior.
I have a lot to say about this to you guys. So, like, it doesn't matter about, you know, the money. Y'all just need to go and have a good time. Like, it doesn't matter because regardless if you pay for the pictures or even if you already have the pictures or the yearbooks or a cap and gown, you should be allowed to go on a trip and have a good time. Not necessarily meaning you have to pay for it, but just to have fun and be a part of something.
That is very true. That is very true. Can we get some sound effects for that, please, or not? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you can say that. Something like that. All right. How do you feel, Sean Garcia of Wings Academy with a BMW?
I feel like it's not fair.
Right.
I have something cooking up for a revolution or something like that. We're still working on the name. But, we're figuring it out. But it's gonna be something big, and that I hope most of the teachers and the community of the school join in on.
Right.
You know, because I feel like, you know, every person who's in the school that's a teacher has had a senior trip that they probably remember to this day, and I feel like everybody should have that experience. You know, it doesn't have to be crazy, it doesn't have to be big. It just has to be something that's impactful and
Meaningful.
lasting.
Meaningful, right? Nah, yeah, I get that. I respect that. Yeah, how do you? Go ahead. Yeah, yep.
So was there an actual location and everything planned out, and then they canceled it? Like,
Yes,
Well, yeah. What was it
kind of in
again?
a sense. They told us from the beginning. They even teased us that we were gonna have an overnight trip.
Right.
It was like, yeah, you know, we've been working on, you know, giving you guys an overnight trip. And then like last minute, 3 months before graduation, they say, yeah, no, you're not getting nothing. Yeah, they just be like, no, you're not getting nothing.
and normally every year they definitely go somewhere.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Normally for the seniors, they do take them somewhere, whether it be an amusement park, whether it be like a inside arcade, something like that. For us, we don't get nothing.
And then just to clarify,
All of a sudden, we're broke when it comes to this particular senior, like, you know what I'm saying, class of 20. For us, they're broke. But for the past few years that they've been taking out seniors, they can take them out wherever they want.
My proposal is they saying that we're broke, but JD every year she does a senior trip. I mean, not a senior trip. Every year she does an end of a year trip at Six Flags Great Adventure. I feel like this is my theory that I feel like she saying that we don't have money for a senior trip or nothing, but I feel like at the end of the year she's gonna give the whole school a Six Flags trip for the end of the year, which is she's most likely will, which is honestly messed up to us seniors, especially since we worked hard for the past 4 years and we don't get no trip or nothing. Like, it doesn't even have to be about nothing. It could just be something fun. Like, it could just be something here. Like what Sean said earlier when we was talking about in the library. He said we could do a field day, like elementary school, which that isn't bad. As long as we have fun, it doesn't even have to put the thought to money. Just as long as we come together and we have fun, that's all that matters.
I agree.
and then to clarify, 'cause I heard someone said like it was due to poor behavior. That's the reason they took it away.
Something like that, I guess. Like, but I mean,
But the
what
fact
was good?
It's just the fact that they say poor behavior, but like a couple months ago, they gave us a big presentation saying like we've been the best seniors they've had in a while. You know, grades have been up, fights have been down. You know, behavior's just been outstanding. So they're basically just contradicting the statement they said months ago, saying that we're doing bad, which doesn't make any sense. If you just gave us a whole thing a couple months ago that we've been doing amazing. So
I kind of want to second that opinion because she also said that most of the seniors had a lot of honor rolls, and she literally proved
Yeah.
that in the dance
dance
assembly,
assembly, yeah.
and that lasted like a third of it. So I feel like we definitely should have got like at least some sort of like prize because of that, or at the very least had our senior trip.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot of basically the whole assembly room got honor rolls from 80s, 90s, and 100s, and you don't give us a senior trip. Like that's honestly messed up. Last year, I heard that the seniors from last year they had a fight on their trip, and they didn't take it away. They just let them be on the trip, and for us to take that away from us, that's wrong.
Right. Nah, that's true. I agree.
And last year's graduating class, they were more bad than us. They were like, their grades weren't good. They were always fighting. They were always misbehaving. For that opportunity to take it away from us, that's disrespectful. It really is. Because you say we're the best. We're the best graduating class out of like the whole Wings Academy since freshman year, but you don't give us this nice opportunity of getting a trip. Like that's not right for me.
How do you feel, engineer?
From most statements from everybody, I honestly think y'all all should deserve a fucking trip.
I'm
sorry, I had to say that because I'm kind of a little mad for y'all too.
We don't,
'cause
yeah,
it's
we don't
not
use that
fair.
kind of language on the podcast.
Yeah, mostly y'all have freaking
Right.
whatchamacallit. Y'all mostly have honor roll. I've seen most of y'all seniors, and
That's
I know
a
most
fact.
of you guys
Know
too.
what I'm saying? There's
You
a
guys-
board dedicated to the amount of people that have honor roll in this grade. So I don't understand how they can look at that and be like, okay, we're not gonna give y'all a trip.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like, and I know like at least most of y'all seniors, and y'all
Yeah.
not bad at all. Like,
Not at all.
Y'all like the most.
I mean, I'm not
civil-
gonna say not at all, but
Y'all like at
for the
least
most part,
y'all
yeah.
civil at least. Like
Yeah.
y'all know how to act.
Know what I'm saying?
Like our parents raised y'all. Unlike some people. What I don't get is like people saying like, oh, the seniors are bad. The only seniors that I know are bad.
let's not say any names, but you know, let's just, you know what I'm saying?
Hoodlums.
Yo, that's crazy.
These hoodlums.
Unbelievable. All right.
No, I'm not gonna lie though. Like in the beginning of the school year, there were some seniors like trying to cause drama between freshmen. So they might be like trying to.
They could be referring to that, but like,
Yeah, like I think like you were talking about that, but at the same time, that was like what, September?
I think so.
Mad long ago.
Yeah.
Like what the hell? So I just think y'all do deserve a trip. Y'all like, I ain't gonna lie. Out of my years of being in school, at least middle school, at least, I think y'all one of the greatest seniors I ever seen in my life. Like at all, bro. And
Tell
I've
you,
seen
bro.
some terrible seniors.
Yeah, bro.
So yeah, I think I should.
How do you feel, my guy?
The thing is that I had a similar thing that happened in my middle school apparently. So when I was in 7th grade, I knew a ton of 8th graders. They all of them basically just didn't like cooperate with each other that much. So but instead when my grade ended up getting to 8th grade, so apparently a lot of people did do good, but instead they basically just made us pay for like a bunch of things. Like there was like 4 different packages that each kid had to pay for. Like number 1, the basic one, the yearbook, the cap and gown, and both of that was like $45 combined. The second one, I mean the second and third one are like similar, but the only difference is that the second one was basically to like some sort of prom, and then the third one was like some sort of amusement park. And then the fourth one was the worst of all time, all totaling $250. The yearbook, the cap and gown, the trip, and the prom. That's it. Like I don't get how does that even work.
Yeah. All right. So we have a newcomer in the room. We have to introduce you because you sat down. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Aisha.
All right. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? If you want to, they don't really, you know.
I'm in 11th grade, and
Okay.
that's it.
That's it. That's all. That's okay. All right. I respect that. How do you feel about the canceled senior trip? If you heard about it,
I mean, it don't got nothing to do with me because I'm not a senior.
I respect that. All right. Bet.
And I
Pass it on.
also, and I
I'm
also
trolling.
heard that the trip was to Puerto Rico or something.
That was cap.
Oh, that was.
That was cap.
Oh
Yeah.
well, that's all I know.
That was a lie.
I heard
Yeah.
that the girls was in the bathroom. They was talking about, yeah, we going to Puerto Rico for the senior trip. That's all I heard.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's bogus, bro. It's crazy that they took that away from us.
Like
But
there was, it sounded like for real, cause like there was mad hype
Yeah.
and everything,
it's wild, bro.
and they was talking about how like they were gonna get their passports done and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people were planning on like getting certain stuff together to attend said senior trip, but now that it just doesn't exist, I feel like that's gonna mess up a lot of people's like, you know what I'm saying, what they had planned.
So
But-
what was it?
what?
What was the senior trip?
They said we were gonna do like an overnight trip. They said that we were gonna travel to Puerto Rico, this, that, and the third. And
So it wasn't cap.
well, I mean, in a sense, yeah,
Wait,
but
who
like,
said Puerto Rico? When was that ever said?
So basically,
ago.
a lot of kids in the 12th grade asked JD we could do Puerto Rico and stuff to do it overnight for like a weekend, and JD was like, okay, I'll think about it. I'll think depending on the funds and stuff and the airline. So JD was like, okay, we can't do that. So I talked to her the other day. Well, a couple months ago, she was like, okay, we might do Donny Park. And I actually mentioned her. I was like, why don't we go to Washington, D.C.? Because not a lot of kids been to D.C. A drive over there from here to D.C. is like 3 hours. A flight is like an hour and 30. Might as well just take a 3-hour drive up there to experience D.C. overnight. And last year, kids went to D.C. for fun. For like, not even for a trip for like college or anything, just for fun if you wanted to go. So I feel like we should have went to DC, but then now she's saying she canceled the senior trip because apparently we don't behave. But I feel like it's just poorness because we don't have money. It's just ridiculous, to be honest.
nah, truthfully, yeah, truthfully. All right, you want to move on to the next topic?
I gotta head out. Got some
Okay.
more
Who you got
work
right now? You got Henry, right?
Oh, we have 3 minutes left. I was asking.
All right, bet.
Well, that sucks.
Travel.
But I hope in my senior year that I have a trip.
Nah, yeah, I probably
You probably will.
Probably will.
You
Yeah,
probably
I ain't gonna
will.
lie, we got shit on this year. Well, my fault. We got treated terribly this year. All right.
So there's no like any other plans, just no trip?
So basically, the plans are it's just you have to pay for the package for like cap and gown, yearbook, pictures, and then we have to just do prom. I think they said we have to pay for our prom, but isn't 100% sure for like our tickets, and then graduation prep for like the day before, and then our actual graduation. That's it. No.
Oh, I seen that, and like I was like, it said like $200 on the paper.
Yeah, we have to give in $200 for like a yearbook, a cap and gown, a hoodie, a T-shirt, pictures, which is ridiculous. Like, why would you put $200 in? The most I'm probably gonna give is $50 for my main things, my cap and gown and yearbook. Because
Right.
who wants a lousy, ugly T-shirt if we're not gonna get no senior trip and I'm not gonna remember this school?
Nah, talk that talk. This is your first time? No. All right. Well, introduce yourself anyway, because you have to.
Well, I'm Ayaj and I'm the president of the student government
Oh.
body. And everyone is blaming me
Those like flex. I'm sorry. I see
for
you.
the student trip. But
All right.
the
Yeah.
thing-
How do you feel about that, Mr. President? Like,
So-
did you have any word in canceling our trip, or was it just like what I'm
He
saying?
definitely had a wording.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I see. No. The thing is, the school is like, I will say it again. The school is like super low on budget, and I see what Adelina is like saying that those stuff might cost like only $50. But the thing is, they're also paying for our prom.
Now we can hear you. We can hear him. He was good where he's at.
So they're also
Right, my bad.
and I don't know if you guys heard from Miss JD, like the prom, I think that only costs like $165 for each and individual students,
Right.
like to submit them in the prom. So that's why, and it's not just that. I don't know if I'm like supposed to say this or not, but when I like
We can edit it out. You know what I'm saying? This is just for the general.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So here's the thing. I attend SLT meeting each and every month, and we talk about budgets
Right.
each month, and the budget is not looking good.
Why is it not looking good?
So it actually, in the end, it's actually our fault. The thing is, the budget, it comes from the DOE, and it depends on our performance, our attendance, and overall everything that happens in the school.
Oh, you want to add in?
Yeah.
All right. Who are you?
Yeah,
Who are you?
introduce
Hold on. You got Who are you?
Oh, my name is Patience. Y'all know me as a student advocate. To piggyback off Ayach's point, I work here.
Right. Do you?
Like calm down.
Go on. My bad. My fault.
And I solely work with students who are
Sorry, take your time, kid.
who are having issues with attendance.
Right.
So the problem is attendance along the lines of performance academically. So here's the issue, guys. How do we strive for people to not only come to school but be engaged and do well in school, so that way the government is looking at our school like they do need the money. I'll grant them the money. And therefore we have more funding. So with attendance, how that looks like is like, let's say we have 243 kids enrolled. Only 143 kids show up. If the government is giving us funding for 243 students, but they see that regularly the 100 of those kids are not showing up, they're gonna cut the funding because they're gonna assume that we don't need the money. Because a lot of kids are not showing up regularly. Therefore, that's what happens on the back end of things. So I know how disappointing it is that you guys are not having a senior trip. I think that's just an excuse, though. There's other ways to make things happen without. And if essentially if y'all are paying for it anyway, what is the issue?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
So
Hey,
now,
give a round of applause. Give for the what? The student advocate. Right.
So
Right.
I can give you guys some advices on how you guys can like turn this decision from a rejection to like
Exception.
Yeah, exception. What you guys can do is that I saw like Sean's idea of like making like typing some words in a piece of paper, like it's with, and you guys can give it to the teachers and they can like sign it, or
like a
maybe you guys,
petition?
petition letter.
Ooh, okay.
And
Alright.
what you guys can do also is that you guys can like state that we're gonna pay for these things, because I don't think they're gonna listen to us if we say them that if we like insist them to pay for our student trip, because we don't have the money to do that. So what we can do is that we can like do a petition letter. We can like tell them that we're gonna like pay for the trip, and maybe it can work out in the end.
Right. No, that's genius. That is genius.
Had it been something that was pre-planned a little earlier, maybe they could have set a payment plan in stone. Y'all could have paid 40 this, but because everything is like we only have 4 months left of school, and now they're just throwing it on you guys like there's no school trip. Now it's like a lot to like come up with money so soon.
Or maybe we can do like a fundraising event, like where we're gonna sell some stuff to the students and try to raise money for the the trip.
Right.
I don't know if we can do that. I'll actually talk to Miss JD about that, but yeah, that's the only things that we can do right now.
Right.
I think is I asked JD if we could do a fundraiser or something by selling stuff. She said we're not allowed to sell food and stuff because she's saying that people will lace it with like laxatives, weed and stuff. And I'm like, I get what she means by that, but also another thing, we should not be blaming Ayaz for this, because at the end of the day, I know he is president, but also it's not his fault that the senior trip is canceled.
Nah, yeah.
It's really not.
Wait, who was blaming him?
A lot of kids are accusing of blaming him. That's what he said. But I feel like we should not really blame him at all, because
once it was announced, everyone
because
was like,
since he is president, I feel like we shouldn't, because at the end of the day, it's not really his fault. The main thing he really does as president is to make sure the school is good.
Right.
He shouldn't worry about the school financially. That's more of the principal and assistant principal's job.
Interruption. Alejandro Perez, please come to 2.
Yeah, so it should really be on JD and the assistant principal and the DOE's fault that it is. Another thing what Paisha said is about the attendance low. That should be another thing, that it should be on the students as well that doesn't really come to school. And the parents as well. Because excuse my language,
Dude.
but ACS can come to their house and get away.
Thank you, Adelina, for vouching.
That was amazing.
Yeah, I vouch for
I love
it.
that.
It's really
That was
not his
amazing.
fault.
You don't have to clap if you don't want to. I mean, it's not really required. All right. If y'all want to move on to the next topic, you know what I'm saying?
I see some topics here. Spence, can you come here for a minute?
Copy. All right, bet. So let's close this out real quick. I'm saying thank y'all for coming out. Know what I'm saying, for this very educating conversation that we had. You know what I'm saying? Introduce yourself one more time. Oh, with my moms.
Aisha.
Engineering. Adelina.